you tryna pull up to my crib, I think you really gotta go.
What's up people, FourWasHere. Today I'm going to show you 5 tips you can use to improve your edits in After Effects. My first tip is editing the audio. Now it does not have to be some complex setup like keyframing the bass and the treble and shit. It could just be really simple, adjusting the EQ and the bass. So this is what I did. I added a parametric EQ and bass and treble. First I added with the EQ. I changed this. I brought this up to about right there in the middle. Then I brought the bandwidth down to 10 just to make it a bit more singled out. Then I brought the boost all the way up. You don't have to do this. You could bring it down, or maybe bring the bandwidth up a little bit. Or you could shift the frequency a little bit to the side. We're going to enable the second band, and we're going to move this all the way to the right. Then we're going to set the bandwidth down again to 10. Then the boost all the way up. Now band 3, we're just going to move this all the way to the left. And we're going to set the band down to about 10. Now we're not going to boost this all the way up. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to set it to 12. And that's really all we need. Then for the bass, we could set this to 25. It really depends on the song, so it could go up to 100 if we're being honest. I'm just going to leave it at 35. Treble, you can turn it up to 24. I don't recommend turning it up all the way or like really high, because it could really like be really loud. So this is what the audio sounds like without these effects.
Now you tryna pull up to my crib, I think you really gotta go.
This is what the audio sounds like with the effects.
Now you tryna pull up to my crib, I think you really gotta go.
So as you can see, doesn't make a very big difference, but a substantial one. Oh, and also it can help you avoid copyright. The next step I have for you is to use warps to make your transitions look better. So right here you can see there's a little zoom in onto Verasica's face, and there is a bulge effect at this point. And then as we're transitioning out, the bulge turns into a pinch. This is a fisheye effect. You can see right here warp. You can see the warp style is fisheye. So what I did was I set this to 0. Then as we got closer to this mark, the value went up. And then as we got closer to this last mark, it went down. So this is what it looks like without the warp. And this is what it looks like with it. The next step I have for you guys is a manual blur. So right here we have motion blur enabled, and as you can see, there is motion blur because the transform effects have motion blur. However, it's not really that good. As you can see right here, the motion blur isn't really that visible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an adjustment layer right here, and I'm going to add a radial blur. Now by default, the type is set to spin. You want to change this to zoom. You want to go to this marker right here in the middle, click on the stopwatch, then change the amount to anywhere between 30 to 100. I'm just going to set this to 69. Nice. I'm going to press R on my keyboard to go to the first frame of our clip. I'm going to set this to 0. Then I'm going to press O to go to the last frame and go back 1 frame, set this to 0. So now if you go into the graph, you can see that there's this little hill. So we are just going to edit this to make it a little bit more sharp. By the way, I don't think most people know this. If you hold down Alt and then move this, you can see here that it's no longer connected to the other side. So this is what it looks like without the manual blur. And this is what it looks like with the blur. The second last tip is a little option right down here by the Twixtor Pro settings. You can go down here to the main BG layer settings. Just make sure this is set to 100. So this is what it looks like set to 100. This is what it looks like set to 50, which is, I think, the default. So pretty big difference. Make sure this is set to 100. So the last thing I'm going to show you is how to make a clip look a lot more clear and crisp. So right here I have my color correction. I'm not going to enable all of these effects because it'll make my PC crash. But the ones I'm going to show you are pretty important. So tell here, this is on sharp mask. I'm pretty sure most people already know about this effect. I like to put it right after curves. And these are my settings. Amount to 120 and radius to 1.6. For example, like live shows or movies and cartoons and anime, like that kind of stuff. For example, if we were doing a live movie, it would be about 50 to 75, and the radius would be down to about 1.2 to 0.9. Then we have BCC Magic Sharp. This is the last effect I add. And these are my settings. Sharpen amount to 24, sharpen motion to 12, sharpen radius to, that's the default 1.6. Noise suppression to 12. And enable this to 45. I'm pretty sure this is the default. No, this is 100. And the default is 1 to 250. This should be set to 100. This to 24. This to 45. And then these two right here aren't really necessary, but I just enabled them just for the sake of it. So these are the two effects that make your clip look better. Bonus step right here, instant 4K. So what instant 4K is, it's a red giant plugin effect. What it does, it upscales your image, your clip from whatever resolution it is currently to the resolution of your main comp. So if I enable this, you can see right here, the output size would be fit to comp height. And here, filter type, I set this to best, sharpness 25, color. I basically maxed everything out right here. So that is 5 tips you can use to better your edits in After Effects. Before I end the video, I want to apologize for not uploading for a while. I just could not be bothered. And on top of that, I'm not just going to be posting editing videos. I'm also going to be posting Splatoon videos. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually play Splatoon. So yeah, do expect videos like that soon. It's not that I would be quitting making editing videos. I'll still be making those. It's just that I'm going to be focusing more on Splatoon because, I hope you guys found this video useful or at the very least entertaining. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. FourWasHere.